Years ago on Memorial Day, an EF tornado struck Brent and Centerville in West Alabama.
That F4 storm caused catastrophic damage in 6 counties, took 7 lives. And our Brian Henry live at 5 tonight, where they still remember that monster storm that hit Brent the hardest.
Well, Jonathan, Sarah, the tornado killed 7 people and injured close to 200. Most of those who died lived in Brent. The storm hit that town, packing winds of more than 210 miles per hour. Brent, Alabama is a quiet town, quietly celebrating Memorial Day and always remembering what happened here 51 years ago with a marker not far from City Hall.
Yeah, when that tornado hit, I was 14.
Centerville Mayor Mike Oakley recalls all too well what happened that night, one he never wants to experience again. Mike Oakley's dad owned the local newspaper at the time in Centerville.
And the whole neighborhood around the hospital was devastated. The hospital was not hit. One nurse, a Filipino nurse, was killed who lived in an apartment above a garage next to the hospital.
A few miles away in Brent, the photos tell the story of a town shredded and ripped to pieces. The locals said 90% of the town had been destroyed after surveying the damage the very next day.
You couldn't get from Brent Center, and it was trees and power lines and just chaos and sparks going off.
The names of the 5 in Brent who died that night are forever memorialized. People like Bertie Mae Doolittle, Tom Green, and Andrew Mitchell. Oakley recalls a miracle. Dozens were spared in the nick of time at a local church in Brent.
Because Jerry Power, former probate judge, basically was standing at the front door greeting people and saw it and heard it coming from Marion, from down Highway 5. And he said everybody in the basement.
According to the National Weather Service at the time, the tornado remained on the ground for nearly 140 miles, struck 7 cities and 6 counties, 7 dead, 199 injured.
And that night, Brent ceased to exist.
But Brent bounced back from the rubble and has moved on while never forgetting the natives who died that night, remembering them as heroes. Now, as a youngster of 14 back then, Mayor Mike Oakley says that's when he began to take weather seriously, be weather aware, and the value of having a storm shelter. In West Alabama, Brian Henry, WBRC Fox 6 News, on your side.